They're nervous.
All right, the speakers for Dr. Screams are going to be Mr. Gary and Miss Liz. So take it away.
Well, I recognize some of you guys, but just from me to you guys, y'all did. I mean, I've worked doing this for 30 years, and actually more than 30 years. And we've worked from from high schoolers on up. But you guys were like the best group I could have ever asked for. I mean, every one of you guys did exactly what we asked you to do. And if we were shorthanded, as you know, we were a few times, but you guys jumped in, and I mean, it was just awesome. And I mean, from me to you guys, I just say thank you so much. And if next year, if you guys, of course, I'll still be here, but if you guys want to get involved, we'd love to have you. We really do appreciate it.
Yay!
First of all, I'd like to thank all the crew for coming in. Y'all were punctual. That never happens. Y'all were faithful.
It didn't complain.
And didn't complain.
That's always what we get.
Y'all were flexible, especially when we started putting y'all in different positions quickly. Jonathan served many areas. Ben, it was a hoot the whole night, just dancing and enjoying himself.
Joey, that's Joey.
Joey. I keep
No,
saying
he
Ben.
had a
It's
ball.
Joey.
He had a ball. These two guys.
Tom was he was our first ever male tour guide. First ever.
I thought that was a girl.
And he filled in. Our last night we had 5 workers. Our last night, including 5 of us at Staples, which was Gary, myself, Dee, Daniel, Chrissy, Dallas, and John.
And I'll tell you this, the radio station came through that night for the second time. They said, my gosh, you have so many more people here tonight. I mean, that's how good you guys did. They had no clue you guys were even short-staffed.
Right, and y'all made it, every client that we had come through, every fan, y'all made their experience a huge deal because they got their money's worth. Y'all worked hard, and I tell you what, we were very, very proud to have, when I stood up front and saw CCU students coming through, I said, who's back there working, don't you? I was starting to brag about you. So he came up with a name for y'all.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
CCU Screamers.
He
Like
said
it.
next year, if
I know,
y'all
I just came in with walking in the door. Like, that's perfect.
if y'all choose to be with us next year, we're making your own T-shirts. You're gonna have CCU Screamers on your shirts. With
Well, most of you guys, what? Sophomores, freshmen? What is it? Juniors? Really? Some seniors in here? No?
Can I have all of my kids stand up that worked throughout Halloween? All of my kids stand up. There.
Evan.
Okay, no, not just throughout the Halloween season. One funny story about
Evan.
Evan, I call him Even, all night long I called him Even, I'm sorry. But Evan was, we were working one night, it was one of the first 2 nights we opened, and we were standing around just talking, and I was, constantly letting them know what to do, because they, it was their first nights, and they were trying to fill out the positions, and I said, well, whoever's under that table in the cooler is doing a great job, and all of them said, well, who's that? So I thought, okay. And so after a while, everybody gathered around, and I said, now listen, whoever's under that cooler, in the cooler, under that table is doing a great job. Everybody's just looking at each other. Nobody's standing up. So finally, about the 3rd time, I said, we might have a phantom worker. I'm gonna have to go check this out. So I stayed behind. And after the group went by, I saw this little figure moving out from underneath the table. I came up and I grabbed it and I said, who are you? And he took off his mask and said, Even? I scared him to death, but he scared us.
What she kept telling me is we don't know who he is.
Don't know who this person is.
In here. Like, how we don't know who he is?
And he was the only one that didn't sign in. He snuck in through the back and jumped into a position. John threw him in a costume and a mask, and nobody saw him come in and said that. But we want to thank you for being here. Cameron, I do want to thank you. Cameron has multiple positions, and this guy would leave at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock and then come back after and then finish out the night. And one night he came out all the way out here for 30 minutes of work, and we closed at 11. So that's dedication, and we wanted to thank him for that. All you graveyard guys, y'all had multiple positions running around and trying to fill in the morgue as well as graveyard and under the table. The morgue guys having to run around. James, you know, you're a big guy, having to get under that table and get back out was a feat in itself. So we do want to thank you guys. Thank you very much. We do, we're gonna give an honorary t-shirt. Well, I gave you the wrong size, but we're gonna give you the honorary t-shirt to one who's worked the most and was been there the first there and the last to leave. And we wanted to present this to Haley. And we see she's not here tonight, but Haley had worked. She only signed up for 2 nights, and after her first night, she said, I think I can do this. And then her second night, she goes, I think I'm gonna be the rest of the night. And she came almost 100%, and first one there, last one to leave. And so we wanted to thank her for that.
She missed 2 for birthdays.
Yep.
That was it. She had the highest attendance.
There she is.
Yeah. Haley,
You just won an honorary event staff T-shirt.
It looks like it fits into the picture.
Yeah, another size in the car. I misread it. You did a good job. I'm so proud of you. She was thrown into a tour guide position in the back and had no clue what to do, and so I got to train her.
Time.
she's also very scary.
She was very good, and Tom scared me to death on the last night. So he actually got the first scream out of me out of the season, and I yelled a couple times in 3 positions that you were in. So I really want to thank you for that one. So guys, just thank you so much for giving of your time, your energy, allowing us to use you. And next year, if this all works out again, next year is going to be a lot better. We've realized what we needed to do to make your experience better. We tried to feed you as much as we could. I think the last few nights we were living off of Pop-Tarts. I almost brought y'all those, by the way, and crackers. And
and candy.
And the candy. That was for your throats. But we do have a cake back there for you guys, and we do want to have it served to you guys before we leave. But the cake just says Dr. Screams, thanks, Numbers and Bytes, job well done. So that's what we want to just express to you guys.
Yeah, Courtney, Liz knew you guys much better. I recognized your faces, but I really didn't know who was where and why, and so I kind of handed that to Liz, so she knows more about you guys. But I appreciate all of it. Did an awesome job. Love to have you again.
Yay.
So thank you.
And we got a check for you somewhere.
This is Ruby.
Yeah, that's really
Just
good.
Ruben
You call me
Stutter.
Ruben Stutter.
But I've got a check
Joey.
here for $2,500. It goes to the kitty of the
You're vice president. You gotta take it.
but we really do.
Big one.
I was gonna bring you cash. I said no. College students and cash. No. But we this year Dr. Stream did the first thing it has done in ever, and I had 2 events, one at the Speedway and one at the Mansion, and which caused my numbers to be off at the Mansion. It would have been probably a banner year for me this year, but I divided my customers into 2. And so if you guys help me next year, I think I'll probably do the same spot or another one, and I'll do 1, which then we'll be able to give you a lot more, actually.
Yeah,
Woo.
we do want to support you guys
Yep,
as much
because
as we can.
I mean, I know what it is to be a college kid and to be devoted like you guys were to it. I think that's really awesome. Especially,
When you said your numbers were off, did you mean that it was split in half this part?
it was
That's scary.
usually, as I was telling you, the lines are usually wrapped around the building.
Yeah.
And not that they weren't. We did do a great job, all you guys, to get the people in and out. It was awesome how you guys did it. And but usually they would have been standing in line for an hour or 2. But so I had 2 events, and it's basically the same people divided almost in 2. We did. I did a little better at the Mansion than the Speedway did, but it really did divide them up. Hey, I'm still pleased.
And also the website is thanking you publicly website and see that they put you on there and thanked you for your work. And next year we are going to put a little caption underneath our flyers that y'all are going to be part of our group. We said we were looking at doing that, but we didn't do it because we weren't sure how it was going to work out this year. So next year it will have Dr. Screams, and then at the bottom it's going to have y'all's name on there too. So y'all get a little bit of recognition as well for your hard work. And we had talked about getting y'all some CCU looking t-shirts for Dr. Screams. But we do want to thank you, like I said, and especially when the power went out that one time and twice the fire alarm went off, and y'all didn't panic, and that's we were panicking. I had a group up front, the power went out, and I was looking for my children in the back. So Chrissy was like, Mom, we were lit up. But we just wanted to thank you. So once again, we just want to thank you for being part of our group this year and being an unofficial Dr. Scream family.